Easton is a growing town that offers many benefits to its residents and is poised to raise the bar even higher for what we can offer our community in the coming years. The town has shown consistent growth over the past decade, which reflects the attractiveness of our town as a place to live, work, raise a family, and retire. We have a thriving downtown that highlights the small town feel. We have wonderful amenities like our many parks and trail system, a safe community, and infrastructure. We have a talented, dedicated, and skillful workforce who play important roles in delivering essential services efficiently and effectively. And we will continue to invest in our infrastructure, our amenities, and our employees, all while not raising the taxes, and we haven't done so since 2008. What are the best parts of Easton? Some may argue it's our great recreational amenities, the quality of our municipal services, or our quiet and safe community. Or it may be a vibrant culture that includes inclusive events and celebrations, a beautiful art museum, fabulous restaurants, numerous galleries, and a first-rate music venue right in the heart of town. Honestly, it's everything packaged together that makes Easton Easton. While I don't have time to highlight every department within the town, I would like to highlight some of the departments that do play a more visible role in Easton. Within the last few years, we've added over 210 acres of parkland with the additions of Easton Woodland Park, the East-West Rail to Trail, the bustling dog park, Hunter's Mill Playground, and the expansion of Easton Point Park. Here are a few pictures of some of the great parks and amenities, and as you've heard me say numerous times before, we have the best workforce around. The talent, skill, and dedication we have within our departments is top-notch. With the 2020 bond dollars, we've added several beautiful parks, as well as important amenities to our existing parks, like water fountains, storage facilities, field lights, a new rail trail street crossing, and skate park, and a pump track. We also have plans for an additional expansion of the rail to trail to help give our neighbors east of Route 50 a safe way to bike or walk to town, a new boat ramp at Easton Point Park, and a conservation park and trail system at the new Easton Woodlands Park. Our Park and Rec Director, Ms. Lorraine Gould, along with her staff, are tasked with maintaining and monitoring all our parks and trails, which are important to our residents. But as she mentioned earlier, making it all possible is a team effort that often crosses many departments, and the addition of these parks and future projects will continue to stretch this department with the required upkeep and maintenance they will entail. It's crucial to recognize the integral role that public safety plays in ensuring our residents can fully enjoy the benefits of our community spaces. Our town's commitment to public safety enhances the well-being of our residents and contributes to many of Easton's desirable place to live. Nationwide police departments have been having a difficult time recruiting qualified officers. The town of Easton is no different, and we've been making a conscious effort to ensure our pay is competitive, that officers have the tools they need to keep our community safe, and that we provide an attractive benefit package. For several years, our departments have been operating at less than full capacity. We're committed to providing a fully staffed department to make sure our community remains safe. Furthermore, we want to achieve this by attracting high-quality candidates to join the workforce. In order to attract the best, we need to make sure that we're offering a great work environment, along with the resources, tools, and benefits to bring that quality of officer or recruit to our town. Our engineering department works closely with many of our other departments on projects throughout the town. Together with the police department, they've made an important infrastructure improvements that make Easton a more walkable, bikeable, safe community. In this budget, we're looking to fund a major part of the next phase of our efforts, making our streets safer for motorists, pedestrians, and bicyclists with the inclusion of the Complete Streets Strategic Study. In 2023, our officers responded to over 26,000 calls for service, 2 of which were homicides that Easton Police Department's quick action and hard work led to 2 arrests. Our budget contains the necessary tools our officers need to complete their jobs, including vehicles, tactical accessories, and training. It's important that our officers feel safe and that we provide everything we can to protect their well-being while on the job. Our Public Works Department is one very talented group. There are many infrastructure projects that you see around town, and many that you don't see, that enrich our community that our team has been directly involved in. These employees have brought outside knowledge from construction work that has allowed the department to accomplish work in-house that would have previously needed a contractor to perform. This has resulted in substantial savings for us over the years and also saves significant time as well in giving us a better control over our projects. Our Public Works Department goes above and beyond and brings a tremendous amount of comfort and quality of living to our residents. All this is in addition to their ongoing services such as the daily trash pickup, on-demand bulk and yard waste pickup, snow removal, salting, and mosquito spraying. Some of the projects that our construction division have recently completed include the east-west portion of the rail to trail, including the section near Easton Village, the reconstruction of North Harrison Street from Goldsboro to Washington Street, the heavily used dog park, and restoring the ponds and stormwater facilities around town. Capital requests have seen a dramatic increase from 2 years ago. During the FY23 budget request, the average 10-year capital request was $3.8 million. Today, for the FY25 budget, the same 10-year capital request is $10.5 million. With the previous slides, I wanted to highlight some of the amazing work that our employees do and how we've been responsible stewards of taxpayer funds. It's important to show how our town's tax rate compares favorably with those of some of our neighboring communities. I believe our residents have received excellent value for their hard-earned tax dollars. Data from the 2010 and the 2020 census shows that Easton's population grew by just over 7%, and the average median age increased by 2 years. And during that same decade, Easton has the second lowest tax rate among our neighbors and the third highest population increase. Our 2010 comprehensive plan anticipated a 1% growth rate, which we have stayed below. We have a number of proposed projects coming, including residential development, incoming businesses, and the new regional hospital. With the addition of new jobs, it's important that we have places for employees to live. We need to maintain a balance between residence and employment. This is an isolated example of our town services, but it's a good indicator of the value per tax dollar that we provide our residents. The sanitation department covers weekly trash pickup, bi-monthly recycling, bulk pickup, yard waste, street sweeping, and mosquito control as mentioned. That amounts to a yearly bill of $225 for our residents, while just a weekly trash pickup for our Talbot County neighbors comes to roughly $673 per year for a private service. Being the mayor of Easton, it's kind of implied that I love my community, and we all love our town and think it's the best place to live and work, or we wouldn't be here. Well, others are taking notice too. We have a AA Fitch rating from Fitch, and Moody's has issued us an AA2 rating in 2023. These ratings are equivalent to a credit rating, and it's further proof that we are responsibly utilizing our finances. But on top of all that, we've also been listed as one of the best small towns in America and one of the top towns for our cultural scene. Our town is beginning to be noticed on the national level. So how do we do it? For one, it's our workforce. We have a strong management team coupled with skilled, ambitious employees. Our employees are our biggest asset. And we've been successful with stretching our finance and resources through grants and partnerships. In addition to our dedicated employees, the town has been able to harness the power of strategic partnerships, grants, and bonds to optimize resources and supplement the town's budget for special projects and initiatives. Throughout the year, you've heard me update you and the community on the numerous bond projects that were sprinkled throughout town. Our departments routinely reach out for state and federal funding to assist with upcoming project costs. It would be very remiss of me not to mention the unique and valuable partnerships we have. With Talbot County, we're able to collaborate and match funding on community projects in order to save costs on plans that benefit both parties. The Doverbrook apartment redevelopment is a good example of this, with the town and county matching funds to rebuild failing units as well as providing new affordable housing via additions to the community. And you can't overstate how valuable an asset it is having a town-owned utility company and a top-rated, highly trained volunteer fire department. Both provide essential services, but also peace of mind to our citizens. Their dedication and expertise ensure that our residents receive reliable utilities and swift emergency responses, which are a tremendous benefit to the safety and well-being of our community. Since 2020, the town has benefited from more than $35 million in outside revenue. Some of the most noted awards are $16 million from the American Rescue Plan Act, $5 million for the purchase of Easton Woodland Park, over $2 million for Mistletoe Hall Farm, over $1.5 million from various programs for the Easton Police Department, and almost $1 million for stream restoration and over $1 million for Housing on the Hill project. These grants are making a huge impact on our town by helping to address critical environmental needs, enhancing economic development, and strengthening the quality of life within our community. The town's largest economic development project is Mistletoe Hall, an 86-acre parcel of land which has been subdivided into 13 lots as a business commerce park. In 2018, the town celebrated the groundbreaking for this park with the Economic Development Administration. The EDA funded over $2 million in the infrastructure development of this project. Easton Utilities also partnered in the installation of several utility services, including the lighting. Midshore Regional Council's effort assisted in the application and receipt of the EDA grant. To date, 6 of the 13 lots have been sold, and we expect a number of those projects to break ground this fall. Once completed, this project should see over $45 million in private investment, generating over 300 jobs. When we talk about leveraging partnerships, nothing compares to this project. The town helps fund the Easton Economic Development Corporation, which does more than act as a resource to help retain and recruit businesses in town. They manage our state-designated Main Street and arts and entertainment districts, which help attract visitors, retain businesses within the downtown corridor, and help offer resources for our numerous small businesses. Keeping our downtown vibrant helps promote tourism, supports our local businesses, and boosts the town visibility. It's a win-win for everyone. On top of that, the EEDC is in charge of planning and hosting the town's special events and celebrations, like the Holiday Parade, the St. Patrick's Day Parade, and the Fire and Ice Festival, that help make Easton such a great place to live and raise a family. Although taxes cover the majority of our annual expenditures, we rely on various other funding sources to help and balance the budget each year. Here's a brief look at the 3 departments and their FY24 expenditures. This is not a comprehensive list, but it does give you an idea of the cost to give departments the tools and resources they need to continue to do their job. The FY24 budget still has the major effects of the ARPA funds and the 2020 bond funds reflected. One of the main reasons this year's budget has been so difficult is due to the completion of those projects and the allocation of the ARPA funds. I've been involved in the budget process since 2010, but it's a different ballgame when it's your office that's preparing the budget. I began this process in December of 23 and want to thank the department heads, the director of finance, and the town manager for their hard work and patience while I worked through the process. During our initial meetings, when I combined each department's budget, the total ask was roughly $31 million. We continued to cut each department's budget down to get to the final version, which is presented to you tonight. Since 2008, the town of Easton has kept the tax rate at 52 cents per $100 of assessed value, and I'm proposing that we keep that same rate for this FY25 budget. As our town continues to grow, our costs will continue to rise. We need to maintain and upkeep the existing infrastructure and ensure that Easton remains a safe community for all. As we continue to grow and provide new and useful amenities for our residents, we may be nearing a time where we will need to reevaluate that rate. The largest reduction in this year's budget is on the capital side of our expenditures. And as another example of resource management, we use impact fees to help offset the cost of the new public work vehicles in this year's budget. Our amenities require constant maintenance and the necessary staff to keep them functional, safe, and clean. More amenities require more upkeep and support. Public safety requires traffic studies and evaluations, infrastructure maintenance and improvements, and a fully staffed and equipped police department. Our services require equipment and technically inclined staff to operate, which requires both training and maintenance, coordinated through organized management. This budget reflects not just numbers, but the time and talent of our staff, our community commitments, and our aspirations for the future. I shared with you some of the difficult decisions that were made regarding the necessary cuts and allocations. We have to consider the balance between maintaining what we have and our projected future growth. We wish to continue to flourish and to provide more for our neighbors, but we have to proceed in a way that will be sustainable for our workforce and our budgets. On our current trajectory, this will grow more difficult each year. We're proud of the many accomplishments our team has made and the services they provide residents on a daily basis. It's our mission to continue utilizing these funds in a way that best serves our community moving forward. I'll leave you with this. These projects are currently being developed by our staff, offering an exciting look into our near future. We owe it to our staff and our residents to deliver on them in a way that meets our current standards and to continue pushing our community forward to new heights. Thank you.